The US Open is more than just a tennis tournament. It's a 2-week spectacle that pulses with life in the heart of New York City, drawing fans and players from every corner of the globe. Each year, the city's energy seems to seep into the tournament itself, making it a truly unique experience in the world of sports. Here, the world's best athletes make their final Grand Slam stand, battling not just for a trophy, but for a place in tennis history. Every serve, every rally, and every point carries the weight of dreams and expectations. The energy at the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center is truly unmatched. The roar of jets overhead, the passionate vocal crowds, and the electric tension that can make or break a player's resolve. It's a sensory overload that only New York can provide. Unlike Wimbledon's polite applause or the reserved atmosphere of other tournaments, New York fans are loud, engaged, and unafraid to show their allegiance. They cheer, they boo, and they make their presence felt on every point. The real soul of the tournament often emerges on the outer courts, where fans are just feet from the action, witnessing every grunt, every drop of sweat, and every moment of drama up close. It's here that the connection between player and spectator feels most intense. In 2025, anticipation buzzed from day one, late summer air thick with excitement as fans gathered to witness history. The sense of possibility was everywhere, with every match holding the potential for an unforgettable moment. At the US Open, even a routine second-round match can become the talk of the tournament. The crowd's energy can turn an ordinary contest into a legendary battle, remembered for years to come. On August 27th, a seemingly ordinary match between Taylor Townsend and Jelena Ostapenko on Court 11 became one of the most talked-about events of the year. The intensity on court was matched only by the buzz in the stands, as fans sensed something special was unfolding. The real drama, however, would unfold after the final point. What happened next would ripple through the tennis world, sparking conversations far beyond the confines of the stadium. This match would ignite a passionate debate about character, etiquette, and the unwritten rules of the game, reminding everyone that at the US Open, the action never truly ends when the match is over. Taylor Townsend, the American lefty, is known for her rare serve and volley style and resilience, overcoming criticism, returning as a mother, and winning fans with her skill and spirit. Her journey has been nothing short of inspirational, showcasing her determination to succeed against all odds. Townsend's ability to connect with the crowd and her tactical prowess on the court make her a unique and formidable opponent. Across the net, Jelena Ostapenko, the 2017 French Open champion, is a force of pure power and aggression, her game built on fearless baseline hitting and emotional intensity. Ostapenko's explosive style and her ability to dominate from the baseline have made her a player to watch. Her fiery demeanor and relentless pursuit of victory add an extra layer of excitement to her matches. Townsend's finesse and connection with the crowd contrasted sharply with Ostapenko's relentless offense and fiery demeanor. The dynamic between their playing styles created a captivating spectacle for the audience, highlighting the beauty of contrasting approaches in tennis. Both unseeded but dangerous, their matchup promised a clash of styles and personalities. The anticipation was palpable as fans eagerly awaited to see which approach would prevail. For Townsend, it was a chance to shine at home. For Ostapenko, an opportunity to unleash her power on a big stage. Each player had something to prove, and the stakes were incredibly high. Experts anticipated a tactical battle, Townsend's net rushing versus Ostapenko's baseline barrage. The strategic elements of their games were expected to create a fascinating duel. But no one expected the real story to be written after the match. The outcome and the events that followed would leave a lasting impression on everyone involved. The stage was set for more than just tennis. It was a moment where sportsmanship, skill, and sheer willpower would be on full display. 2 players, 2 approaches, and a collision course that would captivate the tennis world. The anticipation was electric, and the atmosphere was charged with excitement. Their meeting was about to become unforgettable. The clash of their styles and the intensity of their play promised a match for the ages. The real fireworks were yet to come. The match would be remembered not just for the tennis, but for the drama and emotion that unfolded. Under the relentless New York sun, the contrast between the 2 players was impossible to miss. Ostapenko hammering ground strokes with her trademark aggression, sending the ball screaming across the court with every swing. Townsend, in stark contrast, sliced her serves with precision and charged the net at every opportunity, determined to dictate play with her unique old-school style. The first set was a tense affair, with the crowd rallying behind Townsend's clever volleys and strategic play, their cheers growing louder with every daring approach shot she made. At 6-5, Townsend broke through Ostapenko's defenses, taking the set 7-5 with remarkable poise and composure, her confidence visibly growing. Ostapenko, clearly rattled, saw her high-risk game begin to unravel as unforced errors started to mount, her frustration evident with every missed shot. Sensing her opponent's struggles, Townsend's confidence soared. She read Ostapenko's shots expertly, mixing up pace and tactics, keeping her rival guessing and off balance. The second set was all Townsend. She broke early, executed her serve and volley game to perfection, and kept Ostapenko frustrated and searching for answers. The final score, 7-5-6-1, reflected Townsend's tactical mastery and her ability to adapt under pressure, leaving no doubt about her dominance. The crowd erupted as she sealed the win, a triumphant shout echoing across Court 11, marking a career-defining moment for Townsend. But as the players met at the net, the atmosphere shifted. Celebration quickly gave way to confrontation, tension thick in the air. The match was over, but the real drama was just beginning, as words were exchanged and emotions ran high. What happened next would overshadow even Townsend's brilliant victory, leaving the crowd and viewers in suspense. The tennis world was about to witness a moment that would be replayed and debated for days, dominating headlines and social media feeds. The handshake would ignite a firestorm, ensuring this match would be remembered for far more than just the scoreline. The post-match handshake, a symbol of respect, turned tense as Townsend and Ostapenko met at the net. Ostapenko offered a brief, dismissive handshake, then held on, launching into an angry exchange. Cameras zoomed in as Ostapenko wagged her finger, visibly upset, while Townsend listened, then fired back. The argument lasted several seconds, the crowd falling silent in confusion. Ostapenko's finger-wagging and Townsend's disbelief told the story. This was no routine handshake. The umpire watched, unsure whether to intervene. Townsend finally pulled away, walking back to her side, ending the standoff. Fueled by adrenaline and anger, Townsend threw her racket down, then turned to the crowd, urging them to cheer louder. The fans responded with a roar, rallying behind their home favorite. The handshake was forgotten, replaced by raw emotion and defiance. The fallout from this moment would ripple far beyond Court 11. The debate over sportsmanship had just begun. In her post-match press conference, Townsend didn't hold back. She revealed Ostapenko's words at the net. "She told me I have no class, no education." Townsend called the comments deeply insulting, a personal attack that crossed the line. She also recounted a veiled threat from Ostapenko. "See what happens when we get outside the U.S." For Townsend, this wasn't about a disputed point. It was about character and respect. She explained her decision to walk away, refusing to engage further with what she saw as unacceptable behavior. Townsend's celebration with the crowd became an act of reclaiming her moment. By sharing her story, she framed herself as the victim of a classless attack. The press room buzzed as her words set the narrative. The tennis world demanded Ostapenko's side. Ostapenko responded on social media, offering a different story. She claimed her anger stemmed from Townsend's unsportsmanlike behavior, specifically failing to apologize for a lucky net cord point. In tennis, a simple hand raise after a net cord is an unwritten gesture of respect. Ostapenko saw Townsend's omission as a sign of disrespect, fueling her frustration. She also mentioned issues with Townsend's warm-up routine, suggesting a pattern of unprofessional conduct. Ostapenko didn't deny Townsend's accusations, instead justifying her own anger as a reaction to poor etiquette. She framed herself as the disrespected party, shifting blame back onto Townsend. The battle lines were drawn: sportsmanship versus provocation. The heart of the conflict was a net cord, a shot that clips the net and drops in, often seen as pure luck. Tradition dictates a quick apology gesture, acknowledging the fortunate break. It's not an official rule, but a custom nearly every pro observes. Forgetting the gesture can be an honest mistake, but some see it as disrespect or gamesmanship. For Ostapenko, Townsend's silence was a breach of tennis etiquette. Townsend may have simply been caught in the moment, but Ostapenko saw it as a personal slight. This small act, or lack thereof, became the spark for a much larger conflict. The clash highlighted the tension between written rules and unwritten codes. Is courtesy optional or essential to the spirit of the game? The answer depends on which side of the net you stand. For these two, it was a line neither was willing to cross. Townsend saw her win as a triumph of tactics and resilience, only to have her celebration marred by personal insults. She stood her ground, refusing to let Ostapenko's words define her moment. For Townsend, it was about respect and integrity. Ostapenko, meanwhile, believed she was defending the sport's unwritten codes. Her anger was rooted in perceived disrespect, not just a single incident but a pattern. Both players felt justified, Townsend in her victory, Ostapenko in her outrage. Their perspectives clashed, each convinced they were right. The incident became a case study in how two athletes can experience the same moment so differently. Neither was willing to back down. The Townsend-Ostapenko confrontation was more than a fleeting drama. It revealed the human side of elite sport. It sparked debate about sportsmanship, tradition, and the evolving nature of tennis etiquette. Is a net court apology essential or an outdated relic? The crowd's support for Townsend showed how fans connect with raw emotion, becoming part of the story. These moments remind us that sports are about more than winning. They're about how we compete and treat each other. The clash on Court 11 became a symbol of deeper questions facing the game. It taught us that two people can see the same event in completely different ways. Grace in defeat and humility in victory both matter. Such drama isn't a stain on tennis, it's part of its rich tapestry. The 2025 US Open will be remembered not just for its champions, but for the unforgettable human story that unfolded on Court 11.